Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to your morning messages with me, Michelle. On my channel, we talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, how to get through tough times. I recently just did a 13-day series on how to get your shit together, and it was inspired by a journal line that I created in memory of my daughter who passed away in 2012. Unfortunately, she was about 6 weeks old and she was born with a muscle disorder. And it completely transformed my life, helped me fall into my truth, my true essence, my spiritual awakening. And I'm a resigned teacher of 17 years. And now I'm here spreading messages of love, light, good energy, and all that jazz. Some of my journals, if you wanted to take a peek real fast, some new ones just came in. Feeling grateful for the little things. This one's really beautiful. And they're all just blank lined journals. This is one of my favorites. This is a prayer I say all the time. Daily prayer, change me into a woman that can, because I'm often asking the universe to move me and to jump into my body and have me do the things that I'm scared to do. I have Manifesting Queen. I have a couple of manifesting videos on my channel about 3 unexpected signs to know that your manifestation is on the way, 5 signs that your manifestation is on the way, and my 10 textbook signs that your manifestation is already done. Those are already out there. This is my bestseller. Well, these two, I should say these two. These two are my best sellers, getting my shit together. Maybe it all starts here. And my energy is in these books. So if you purchase these off of Amazon, you are going to feel that magnetic juice when you're writing in these books. I teach people how to manifest, and we are living in the 4D. We have moved out of the 3D, which means we don't have to work for our desires. We just write it, we show gratitude, we ask for it, we believe it, we live it, and then we receive it. So it is so important that we start to transfer our beliefs. Actually, we have to remove our limiting beliefs so that we can attract what we want, especially with the way the world is right now. Let's open sacred space before we start to pull cards. But yeah, we have to learn that we are not in control. We do not have the wheel. We are co-creating with God, the universe, love, grace, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of times people think that they have to force things to happen. And we don't. We just have to ask, sit back, and be patient and trust that everything always works out for us. I also have some meditations on my channel. I highly recommend if you're feeling a need to soothe your mind, to calm your mind down, go check them out. I normally do Palo Santo in my morning messages, but I'm all out. So I'm going to use my Sage bundle. And I wanted to offer you guys a little tip. Hold on, I want to go get my little tray. My cute little, how adorable is this? Cute little tray for my Sage. So instead of using the whole bundle and burning it, and you see a lot of people do that on social media, I have a little trick that saves this puppy so it'll last like a whole year. So you basically break off a couple pieces and you put them in your tray. You kind of shed off some layers and they really go a long way. So I probably have maybe, I don't know if you can see, 4 or 5 pieces, and then I'm just gonna burn them and watch how long they last. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please allow the messages that need to come through for my viewers come through. Please cleanse my cards. See how beautiful? You don't need to do the whole bundle, and you just move around your cards. You could do your whole body. It's a beautiful way to make it last longer. I kind of want to go walk around my whole house with this. I'm going to leave this burning during the reading. I don't know if you'll be able to see the smoke. It's like right around here. All right, so let's get started. Let's figure out. It's been a heavy week. I don't know about you guys, but I had an anxiety attack on Friday night, and it lasted from like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. And I think it's I did a lot of thinking. I was thinking it was me in my personal life, and I don't think it is. I honestly think it's the fact that we are intuitive beings and there is a war going on. And there's a spiritual war going on, a physical war going on. We have ascension symptoms. We're living in the 4D now. Like there is so much going on. And when we are open and when we do our healing, we are literally opening ourselves up to all of that energy. And I know I mentioned in another video that some people have special gifts where they can feel certain events happening before they happen. And unfortunately, it's a gift, but it's also a curse. So I am one of those people. I tend to feel immense sadness. It's almost like I just want to cry out of nowhere. Like I remember I was a teacher for 17 years, and I guess it was 2020. There was a couple school shootings in the fall of maybe it was 2019. And I would have to leave the gym. I would tell my coworkers, I got to go outside. I need air. Like, I feel like I can't breathe. And I would get outside and I would just cry. I would cry as if my daughter had just died. And it's been 10 years now. Like, I've got my shit together. I feel good about it. I wasn't even thinking about her, but I would just have this intense emotion. And then my coworkers and I would start to track it because they were very in tune with me and they knew my special gifts. And they were always very like helpful. If I was overwhelmed by a certain number of kids, they would always be like, Michelle, you need to go cleanse your energy. They were awesome. High five to any of them if you're watching. I love you and I miss you. But there was two guys, or a guy and a girl, Alexis and BJ, and they would track the news for me because they knew my body was a signal. So if it was 9:30 in the morning and I was feeling this, BJ would send me a text by 11:30 and be like, oh my God, Michelle, there was a school shooting in Texas or something, or in Colorado. I forget where it was that year. And it was like, I was feeling it as the shooting was happening, and then the news would report it. So if you are connecting with me on this channel, you might be like me. So if you have these weird days where you just have intense sadness or a panic attack, for me at 10 p.m. at night, it's not always us. Sometimes we're feeling the energies in the world, and especially with what's going on in Ukraine and in Russia, like who knows what I was feeling at 10 p.m. on Friday night with the time difference in those other countries. We just don't know. So we have to take care of our bodies. We have to nurture ourselves. Don't judge it. Just let it be here, and really don't overthink it, because we are living in some unique times. I mean, if you think about it, all over TikTok now, there's card readings. About 3 years ago, there was no card readings on TikTok. People are starting to awaken. We are in the Great Awakening. So speaking of that, let's awaken this lovely Thursday with some cards. And I have a new deck that I've used a couple times on my channel so far. It's called The Gateway Oracle Cards by Denise Lynn. And these were gifted to me by my friend Elisa, who I love. If I ever get married one day, she will be my maid of honor. Shout out to you, girl. Mending Bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. So where in your life do you need to rebuild a connection with somebody? And if you look, you can see it's like a double face, like a shadow. Who have you slated, or who have you just totally like pushed aside and now you're feeling a little guilt about it? Who have you ghosted? I see that. That second face is like a ghost, right? Who are you ghosting? Go mend those bridges. And sometimes this is a big piece right here. We don't always have to go and speak to that person if we no longer want a partnership with them and we don't want a friendship with them, but there's this I just feel a little weird still about that situation. What you can do is you can sit by yourself, you can get a beautiful journal. And this one says, feeling grateful for the little things. And I would literally open up the page and I would write, I am so grateful for that situation with that person. I apologize for what I did to you. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I am sending you love and light and good energy. Please allow me into your heart. Allow me to speak my truth. And you just write, this is all what I would say. Allow me to speak my truth. Allow me to right my wrongs. And I would just write them a little journal entry and never send it to them, right? It's just energy. We can do a lot with our energy, and you just put it out into the universe that you want to offer an apology, and watch how the universe will get to work for you. It will either send you a sign back that that person has received the message. They might send you a message and be like, hi, how are you? I miss you. Like, they might just all of a sudden start acting differently. They don't have to be in your life, but you can send them. My mentor calls it energetic love. So we can send people energetic love from afar. We can also do this when we're one-on-one with people. So if you're in a room with somebody and they're like freaking out and spazzing, and there's no talking any sense into them, you can stand there, and I always imagine me putting my hands up, but I really don't do it. And I'm just like beaming love at them. It's like I'm a Care Bear and I'm just like beaming the light at them. So if somebody's freaking out in a Target, or say a woman is yelling at her kids in a Walmart or something, I will sit there and I will walk up and I will be like, I am putting a white light around that child right now. Archangel Michael, protect that child, protect that child, protect that child. And I will just beam light at them. So I highly recommend, if you are like me and you're a light worker and you hold a lot of light, meaning you are noticed when you go places, people wonder who you are, they can feel your energy from afar. That means you carry a lot of light. It doesn't mean you're gorgeous and pretty and all those things. It's your light that people are attracted to. And you have a responsibility with that light to do good in the world. So you can send energetic love. You can mend bridges without having to talk to the person. Your light and energy can go pretty far. Let's do one more. And we need that more than ever right now. So same thing with what's happening in the world. I know for me, when I was up on Friday night with my anxiety, I was sending love and prayers to everybody who was suffering, because I felt their fear, like fleeing their homes, their cities, their not being able to see their families. Like, I felt all of that. I thought it was like my future though. And that's how I knew maybe it wasn't my personal situation. I was just feeling the energy of the world. Okay, we have looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. And I see a bunch of crystals and gems here, and I'm feeling called to talk about Reiki. So when we look deeper, we are looking into our bodies to see where is something hidden so deep that we haven't tapped into it yet. What kind of pain are we holding on to that might be holding us back from making good decisions in our life? And a lot of times our addictions are us numbing something that we don't want to talk, see, or feel, or address. And it really isn't that scary once we kind of just open the door and say, okay, this is what happened to me. I'm willing to talk about it. I'm willing to lay on a massage table and get Reiki done and not talk about it, but move it out of my body. When you look deeper, you can clear that trauma and that pent up energy that's been keeping you stifled in your life, keeping you scared. It's keeping you afraid to feel anything. So you're numbing. So we have to look deeper and we have to see, like, okay, what do I truly want for my future? With the way the world is going, do I want to keep numbing? Do I want to keep hiding who I am from the world? Or do I want to embrace who I am and start showing up and living life in my truth and feeling immense joy? Because if you're numbing, that means you have not been happy for a really long time. And the universe is pushing all of us right now to be happy. It's moving us out of jobs. It's moving us out of relationships. It's saying you deserve better. But first, we have to look deeper into why we're not moving. Like, why are we not taking action to get ourselves out of something that's unhealthy? What is the limiting belief there? All right, and my sage just went out. So that's how long that lasted. I don't know how long it is. You have to check the timer on the YouTube in our video, but that lasted a pretty long time, and there's still more left. Like, I could burn probably that maybe 5 more times. So save your bundles. Don't burn the whole batch. Just take little pieces off. All right, universe, what do we need to look deeper into? I got a new book too at Barnes and Noble. Wow. Number 25, The Elephant Spirit, Learn from the Past. So we are being called to look at our past and see what are patterns that we're repeating. what are we waking up every day saying, like, why do I keep doing this? Please, universe, help me, change me into a woman that can stop repeating the same pattern. And I can speak on this. I'm going to write a whole ebook on all of my toxic patterns. I've said it many times in my videos, but our patterns do not define us. It is just this costume that we've been wearing because of a trauma that happened to us when we were kids. So a pattern might look like people pleasing. A pattern might look like you not choosing you and always sacrificing your happiness for the good of others because society says we have to show up for our families and we have to do this, that. Our toxic patterns need to be unlearned so that we can replace them with new, beautiful habits and new ways of being, which might look like you always honoring your energy and saying, do I feel good here? Nope, I'm going to leave. My family needs me right now, but am I in my highest light? Have I gotten rest? Nope. Let me talk to them and compromise and say, listen, I haven't gotten any sleep. Can we get a babysitter for a couple hours so we can just, or I can get a babysitter overnight or something so I can go to a hotel and just rest. I can't even tell you how many times that I've gifted money to parents who are my clients, and I just would give them like $50 if after they've tipped me or something, and I'd be like, please go book a hotel room or use this money to get a babysitter and go do something where you can just rest and do nothing. I think all parents deserve a hotel room once a month, whether they're together or not, but go to the hotel room, eat whatever food you want, lay in bed all day long. Think about it. It's one day out of the month that you get to just kind of be single and on your own again, but not for that lifestyle, but just to come back to your center, recharge, and imagine what that one day away will do for your energy. You will be able to show up for your family immensely for the next 30 days until your third chakra, until it's your next turn to go. So I'm hoping that whoever I marry, I'm going to surprise him with hotel rooms, whether it's for us or for him, or maybe for him and one of our kids so that they can go on an adventure together. I'm just going to book it and surprise them. And I'm just going to say, listen, I want you to go rest, go do nothing, go watch whatever sport you want to watch all day long, go play on your phone for as long as you want, go out in nature and just take care of you. And that's what we need to all encourage our partners to do. And that's a new pattern that we need to inherit. And the old pattern is thinking that we're not allowed to rest and we have to go, and we have to push to grind and we have to learn from the past. We're not in that society anymore. We are in a higher dimension. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we're going to use a card from my deck, the Ever Unfolding Heart. This is available at makeplayingcards.com. You can order your own and get it delivered and have my energy in your home. Let's see what we got. The turtle. What is under your shell? What experiences have you had that can help others who might be suffering? It's time to share your wisdom. So come out of the cave, start speaking your truth. And a turtle sometimes can mean slow pace. So maybe it's a slow unfolding. So don't judge it. Okay, now I'm being called to use my new book that I got. It's called The Complete Notes from the Universe. I actually signed up for an email system before I left my first teaching job back in 2018, I think. It was called like Messages from the Universe. And I went to Barnes and Noble one night. My intuition led me there. I wasn't planning on going. And I had so much fun. Like I didn't want to leave. I was just sitting on the floor, like reading and picking pages in all these books. And this book stood out to me. So I grabbed it. It's like really sarcastic humor. This guy is a great writer. So I'm going to pick a random page for what we need to hear today. Here we go. Thanks. Okay, it says, oh, shoot. Did I remember to ask you to turn off the lights? You know, in the Hall of Records after I showed you where all the books written about you were? Remember, not a word to anyone. Most don't believe in traversing time yet, and they'll think you're losing it. Shh, the universe. Told you, you put on quite a show, didn't you? Change the blooming world. It's so cute. I love it. We can see how he writes too. I like how it says, oh shoot, did I remember to ask you to turn the lights off? You know, in the Hall of Records, after I showed you where all the books written about you are. I love that. Okay, and the other page said, I'm being called to read that. Everything can change so very, very fast. And it usually does. Woohoo! There's no predicament that can't be turned into an advantage. No foe who can't become a friend. No burden that cannot give you wings. How fair is that? I think a lot of us need that message right now, that everything can change so very, very fast. All it takes is one phone call, one email, one message, anything. It miracles are miracles because they're a surprise, right? You just don't expect it coming. And then when it comes, you're like, holy shit. Speaking of that, we're going to do a charm, and then we're going to end with my Course in Miracles deck, a message from God. Hi, God, what message do we need? Thank you so much. The Holy Spirit speaks through me today. The Holy Spirit's voice is as loud as your willingness to listen. I say this often, universe, please use me. Where will you have me go? What will you have me do? Who will you have me see? And what will you have me say? That's the Course in Miracles prayer. So know that when you are speaking to people, the universe is speaking through you. We tend to say things and we're like, wait, why did I just say that? That either made great sense or it made no sense. So know that if you're being guided to open up and speak to somebody today, or you're nervous, or maybe you have an interview, or maybe you have something big about to happen, ask the universe to speak through you. It will give you the words. Okay, and then let's end with a charm. I got two, the unicorn and the butterfly. All right, do you believe in magic? Miracles are coming. Unicorns also mean momentum, just like the horse. But this is a higher love momentum. I just kept hearing higher love, like it's taking you higher. It's taking to places you didn't even think you can go. Oh, I just got another message that you are this unexpected change that's coming in for you. It's literally like you might have been manifesting something, but the universe has something way bigger planned. That's what that unicorn means. And what's happening in that manifestation is you are transforming into a woman or man who can handle that manifestation. So right now, you might be being tested. You might be feeling like you're being squeezed and you're like, why is all this shit coming up in my body? I feel shame. I feel embarrassment. I feel like I can't pay my bills. I feel like a horrible person. My inner dialogue is so bad. Well, guess what? All of that has to come up and purge out of you in order for you to be this new version of yourself who can handle the awesome life that you want for yourself. So get excited. When you go through those icky feelings like I just described, that's a purge, and you're creating space for something new to arrive. Yay! All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed these morning messages. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to get these messages around to more people that might need them. And I'm sending prayers to anybody going through a tough time this week. The energy was so intense, and it will continue to be. So please self-care, self-regulate, understand what your body needs in order to cope with what's going on. And if you're feeling called to book a reading with me, you can email me. My email is in the description below, and go purchase a journal for yourself. Start tracking all the good that's going on throughout your days. All right, lovies, have a good one. I will see you tomorrow.